The priest was giving last rites to the gallery owner. I didn't want to interfere. The priest was administering the last rites. Excuse me, Father.
Yes.
I'm George Stobart. My company insured the exhibition.
My name is Simeon.
Is there
You can pray for...
a sense...
On the contrary, this killing makes plenty of sense.
What do you mean?
A great evil has taken place. This is the work of the devil.
What?
I am a Dominic, and now...
1 minute, I'd been planning. The next, I was talking art theft, murder, and the... Poor guy. Poor guy. Poor guy. This wasn't the first time I'd looked into a dead... He definitely looked better. I always wondered who... There was a small... It was too intriguing not to... It read, 2:30 p.m., be ready. Innocent enough, until I read... There was something fishy going on around here. I quickly replaced... It wasn't the... Now was... It wasn't... I didn't want all... There was no way anyone... In Henri's pocket was a tiny bottle. It was a bottle of bread. There's nothing... Here today, gone tomorrow. I put the glasses back where they were. Poor guy. There was no... A cryptic note and a bottle of no personal effect. I needed to find where he kept... $70 grand? Cheap at half the price. The alarms... I wondered why the stolen paintings... It was a blob. It was a blob. The murderer left a pizza. The thief left the pizza box. Well, no. The guy must have been hungry. No one had noticed the... I decided to... It was Hector Lane, France's greatest art critic. For a moment, I thought he was dead, but from the snoring, Lane had fainted. Lane was... I was going to need something to... Even unconscious. Time to...
Where,
You fainted. The nail clippers were monogrammed with the letter. They must have fallen out. Lane had the kind of look... Welcome back to the land of the living.
I wouldn't exactly call this living. Don't just stand there. Get me something to...
I found...
I asked for...
Oh, okay. If you...
I didn't say... Given the circumstances, that was surprisingly acceptable. Now, what's been going on? Oh, Henri, is he
Dead?
poor chap?
Excuse me.
Do I?
Yes, our
Of course. Pity.
I'm George.
I hope you have deep pockets then, my boy.
Could I ask you a few questions, Mr. Lane?
Fire away.
Did you know the gallery owner?
Of course. We worked together on the exhibition.
Oh, really?
Henri provided the space. I was the creative powerhouse.
How long had you known him?
As a friend, many years. Our professional relationship had only recently blossomed into this exhibition, under my curatorial wing. And now the poor fellow's gone.
Do you know anything about the stolen painting?
Of course, dear boy. La Maledictio, a little-known work, turned up at the last minute.
What about the killer? Were you able to get a look at him?
A delinquent in a tin hat. Beyond that, I don't really recall.
Oh, yeah, you fainted.
Those of us with a higher aesthetic are more sensitive to violence.
So you curated the exhibition? What's it about?
A brilliant retrospective. A dialectical window on European art's ongoing discourse with the unresolved psychoses of the nation-state.
Wow, you took the words right out of my mouth. Who painted the stolen painting?
Therein lies a mystery. We only know his pseudonym, El Serp. He was a Catalan, a modernist. His works are symbolic, religious.
What can you tell me about the stolen painting?
La Maledictio, a challenging piece. If you like a wide cast of obscure saints and fringe Christian symbolism, of course. Not especially valuable, though. The thief won't get much for it on the black market.
How about some more?
I don't think so.
Are these your...
Of course. See?
Lane's nail... Father?
Yes,
What did you mean when you said that a great evil had taken place?
your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
What?
Peter 5:8. The devil is all around, Mr. Stobart.
Did Henri...
He said,
Um...
we may...
What brought you to
The painting.
which one?
La Maledictio, of course.
The painting that was stolen.
I had to confront the evil.
What do you know about the man?
El Serp. He was a man playing with fire, the fire of eternal damnation.
Tell me about the stolen painting.
Whoever gets close to it will burn in hell.
Hey, Father, how about a squirt?
I think
Do you recognize...
nail.
I'd already tried the alarm on 70 grand. All I needed was a mere 65,000 and this little jet. All I needed was 55,000. Huh. That bust was pretty impressive. The bust was balanced precarious. I didn't want to knock. For the discerning connoisseur. With luck, the security camera had captured the robbery. The cable for the camera ran into the room marked private. The cable for the... Just not... The tag said... A rare... The label said it was painted in 1932. Another. The stolen painting was called La Malediccio, painted by someone called L. Serp in 1930. The stolen painting was worth less than the others. So the stolen... This was where the... Why? And why? The stolen painting had an alarm, which should have sounded when the painting was removed. I needed to find out why it hadn't. I pressed the vibration detector. It was a vibration. It was a small door. I guessed the alarm circuit. I pressed. It was a small... So, the alarm wasn't broken. I suspected foul play. It was the speaker cone for the alarm. Looked fine to me. That wasn't... It was the... So that was why the alarm hadn't sounded. A wire had been cut by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. This was an inside job. Someone... Enough. But why that? The door was locked. If I wanted to get in there and look at the CCTV, Lane worked with Henri, so he was likely. The stolen painting. I still needed to... The door... I didn't need to look at the note. I need to ask...
If you...
Anything else you can tell?
Not right now.
Anything...
As I...
Tell me more about...
The Catalan modernists speak for themselves.
Yeah. So, you...
The code to the office?
I just thought you might have the number.
I do, but I couldn't possibly give you access before the police arrive.
I figured I wasn't going to get the door code from Lane by playing nice. I needed to turn the heat up. Mr. Lane, you're...
And why?
Because the way the cops... We both know you're innocent, Mr. Lane. I might be able to get them off your case, but in exchange, I'd like the code for the office door.
But that's preposterous.
Funny you... This is it. The police are going to be very...
I've been out of town.
Just saying.
You're not going to scare...
I was onto something here, and I... Don't suppose...
Certain.
I might just... Mr. Lane, this...
As I said.
Someone's...
What?
Exact...
You're not...
Well, I'm afraid...
That's
I hate to say this, Mr. Lane.
So...
Are these your...
Yes.
Huh.
What are you...
Well, the alarm was...
Are you... I had no...
Okay, but I don't think the...
Ugh, keep...
So, you'd been out of...
That's right.
How about it?
Certainly not.
Guilty by...
I've been away from Paris for...
Father?
Yes, my son.
I think there's something...
Yes, Mr.
No, Father. I mean that the robbery looks like an inside job.
The devil's work is always
A wire in the paint...
cut by the devil.
Well, as far as I know...
You mock me, Mr. Stobart.
Do you know the...
No, but you could always...
With respect, Father... Do you know...
I've already...
Is there...
I've said...
Take a look...
I've already...
Take a look...
I've al...
How about it, Miss...
Certain...
Guilty?
I've been away from...
Mr. Lane...
As I said...
So, you'd...
That's right.
I hate to say this, Mr. Lane.
So... Ugh,
Guilty?
sheer fantasy. What po...
Nico wasn't an... Mr. Rickenbacker?
What now, Stobart?
I got some new information on the Blue Lizard case.
Go on, knock me out.
I'm pretty sure the alarm was just...
So, it was an Who else is at the gallery?
There's a guy...
Lane. Why does...
He's an art critic.
Now, could it be him?
It couldn't...
Squeeze him anyway.
If I was going to squeeze Lane...
Find out who disabled the security system.
I had nothing new to tell Rick. How about it?
Certain...
Guilty?
I've been away...
The street was quiet and upmarked. From out here, you couldn't see the stolen. The room looked like some... I could just see the glow of this. It looked like... You gotta hand it to the friend. It was a... I've always... The menu offered black coffee and a short list of... Excuse me.
Monsieur?
There's just been a...
Oh,
You don't say...
all property is theft, monsieur, and all art is property, therefore.
Did you see anybody run out of the gallery earlier?
There was a beautiful woman with a camera. She was chasing somebody.
Oh, that must have been Nico.
You know her?
Can you tell me any...
I assume, monsieur, that like all of us, he is inherently unknowable.
No wonder this guy's cafe was empty. The gallery owner, Henri, was shot dead trying to stop the robbery.
Life has no meaning the moment you... Can we ever truly know? He spent little time at the cafe.
What do you know about Le...
It's bourgeois, vacuous, and just like its curator Lane. He's always in here, you know, talking art.
What do you know...
Lane? Oh yes. He slid away last night without paying.
Last night? What sort of time?
After midnight for sure. If you see him, give him this bill.
The check was from last night. But Lane told me he was nowhere near the gallery. This could be the leverage I needed to get... Would you like...
Are you suggest?
No. Do you reckon...
Yeah.
Thank you for your...
Perhaps next time you come, I will give...
Lane had run up... For a moment I contemplated, but a man was... How about it, Mr. Lane?
Sir,
Guilty?
I've been...
Take a look at this.
What of it?
It's your bill from the cafe next door.
So?
It's dated yesterday. Last night, in fact. 12:30 to be exact. You said you were out of town. You sure drank a lot of champagne last night without paying the bill. But you told me that you were away from Paris last night. I hate to say it, but that sounds like a lie to me. Tell you what, you give me the code to the door and the police need never know. A motive and proof of involvement. Not looking... You are... Just doing my...
All... But I admit to none of...
I had the code. The police... What was that number again?
Everyone, hold.
Damn it.
I am Inspector Navet of the Paris... Now, no... Mo, I want a total lockdown.
I needed to get back into the gallery. It was such a... Sajan. I was in the gallery.
I am sorry. Nobody. And it is no longer...
Mon Dieu. I witnessed the...
I'm sure you can...
I saw the thief.
I am
Who is in?
the most... a genius,
He sounds highly perspicacious.
madame. He is about to...
So, what's...
blood spatter.
I chased him.
Inspector.
You've got to...
Absolute.
So,
No.
and to get Inspector Navi...
Exactement.
Have you ever heard of...
Madame Collard, I do not see what soccer...
No, he's... Here's my press...
Yes, madame. And always...
I really...
Tut tut. He is applying any moment now. I certainly hope so.
This was madness. Why are you...
Navet is a genius in...
Oh, if you'd like to go and get...
That's very... Ha! A gendarme?
Well, how...
Ah, that would do the trick for sure. My doctor specifically warned me again.
That incident...
I don't want to... All I can... I am on duty.
Thanks, El... It was an office. The room was full. It was an... Hi, Georges.
Thank God I tried the phone, but
Inspector Moo is... I managed to grab a couple of...
poor Henri.
I know.
I've been trying to find out. Turns out the alarm was tampered,
So,
and no ordinary painting. I need to get into the office and see what... Maybe you can help me out when you get back in here?
Ronnie,
You're kidding me. That place is
a painting's been...
what? And call me as soon as... Bye, Nicole.
This could be the scoop. I wasn't... The piece...
Madame,
Bonjour.
whatever it is,
Then why...
you would not.
Try me.
Because I look at you and I know you are like all
The...
the pretty women who shop, who gossip,
that...
and the men with their grooming products and their lattes, macchiatos, frappe.
I see you...
Is this what we fought on the barricades for, madame?
Isn't it?
No, madame, it is not. We fought for ideas, for philosophy, for freedom, equality, fraternity.
Vive la révolution.
And do you know what drove us on as we... What fueled...
Cheap.
No, madame, no!
So...
Yes, madame. And you, madame.
This is a...
Yes.
On any other day, I would... But there was a chance... Monsieur,
Life is fleeting, madame.
well,
We know not what...
there's been...
That is...
No, but...
Life... C'est vrai.
Well, he was pushing...
During the riot,
Oh, really? That...
it was. We made coffee by the leaf. I've never brewed. Of course, our brave heroes. But with our coffee in...
None of this was helping.
Au revoir.
The menu offered black... Here's my...
Madame, You are not a person. You must accept my
Well, of course.
La Liberté. At the height of the battle, it was La Liberté. I know now that you are not the kind of woman who would ask me. You are a true daughter.
Monsieur,
The road to enlightenment is a long one.
could we have a...
Any
Did you see anything happen at the gallery earlier?
I saw you running after a pizza delivery guy. Some
That's true. He stole a...
how close we are to death, and yet how far from ever comprehending it.
Well, right now I need to get back inside.
I applaud you, madame, to seek the...
As a journalist. How about...
For you, madame, there is only one coffee that I can serve you. One moment. Here is your cup.
Thank you, monsieur. The coffee was hot and... Could you make me...
For a fellow revel... One moment. Here's your...
Thank you, monsieur. Sergeant Moore,
Coffee? But wait,
I'm sure.
I'm tempted, madam.
So, this...
It is a tale.
I'm all...
Well,
Please do.
I was in charge of... One day, I stayed alone with his dog, but I had drunk a coffee to stay awake, and nature came to call. So I tied the dog. When I came back, liaison dangereuse with the lady minister.
But how did they...
Well, 2 months. And
You are a...
you think so?
But of course.
Well,
Ah, it was the same.
yes.
And by drinking that coffee... And now France is calling you again. She is saying, drink, Sergeant.
She is?
She is...
I suppose.
Bravo.
Oh dear. It has gone.
Oh, I distracted Moo. It was now.
How did you get... Well, you...
Nico, am I glad to see you.
So, what?
The inspector's watching me like a hawk. I'll never...
I'll see what I can... Inspector...
My time is...
I suppose this...
It is a robbery.
Surely this...
Please abstain. The victim's body paints a simple picture. Consider the impact of the bullet and note the concomitant lack of blood. A...
Don't you find it odd that the...
Life is full of odd things, madame. I prefer to
Did you see?
I have interrogated the crime scene, madame. I prefer biologic.
Don't you think the
The forensic team will be at... Do not bother me.
Why don't you?
Madame, that is not my area.
But the CCTV.
Correction, madame. It is but an unless you know something I don't.
The only evidence Inspector Nave seemed to appreciate involved gore. What do you think?
He is
Could you give me?
now is
Thanks, Inspector. If I was going to distract Nave, I needed to unearth new evidence, and the bloodier, the better. I'd never met the gallery. Are you?
Enchanté.
I'm Nico.
Ah,
What can you tell?
it was called La Maladie.
Who was the?
A mysterious figure known. He was good, but...
What can you tell?
Oh, it was true.
Tell me about the.
Not at all.
Take your time.
I can't be sure.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I'm on a time.
I would have tacked
Have you?
the Amer...
Yes.
He promised to clear up any...
What can you tell?
Dear Henri. He owned the... What will we do with...
Did you know?
No. I suppose that...
He is.
And there was I thinking...
Thanks for your help. I wasn't going to get anything useful from. Excuse.
Father,
Are you?
it's a terrible shock.
Could I ask you?
What kind?
I'm a reporter.
I suppose.
Why did you come?
God brought me here.
What do?
I knew there was... The painter...
Evil?
I wanted to bear witness.
Well,
Really? I'd say his work...
that wasn't going to help my story. Did you see anything that might?
The devil takes many forms.
Anything?
I'm sorry, my...
What do you know?
An innocent victim, insofar as any of... If he was peddling such blasphemous works...
Father Simeon was making me feel guilty. What can you?
Grotesque.
How can I?
By killing.
Does that mean when?
Laugh not.
Do you know any?
He was a purveyor of black.
How can you?
It is clear.
Father Simeon was. This is my press card.
Good.
Thank you for your. The priest had not. I couldn't use this painting to distract Inspector Nave, not without getting into. Nice use. I couldn't use it. If it hadn't been for the body, I couldn't. I liked it. If it hadn't been for the body, I couldn't use. I liked the bust. I couldn't use this painting to distract Inspector Nave. Nice use. I liked it. If it hadn't been. Nice. I liked. The painting was. It was the. Jean. Assis. Josh,
Yeah, Nick.
so why do you need...
I'm pretty sure the robbery was
So,
super cop.
what if I create a distraction?
You do that.
That's it. Somehow, I had to get the inspector away from the office door. The tomato sauce had splattered on the floor. No way was I going to... It was a blob of... The stain... I spread some of this. It looked a little bit like... If I was going to distract the... No way was I... The tomatoes... At least now the... At least now... I didn't want... Georges,
Yeah, Nick.
you said...
And-
Poor guy. Poor... Monsieur...
My...
Any...
Mm,
Could you tell...
If... you-
So...
No.
Father...
The... La Malediccio is...
So I...
There is...
So...
I'm afraid.
Do you have...
Not
Did I...
you.
Thanks for your... Lane had... Inspector.
Yes?
Have you seen that...
I don't have time. Please.
So you...
As I said, I am not...
So you... Are you...
Unless you can show me new evidence.
Do you...
It is a...
Do you...
En effet.
Are you...
Please.
Thanks. I was going to need to... I scraped up the chewing gum with my... The tomato sauce looked as close... Inspector!
Yes?
Have you seen...
Indeed. I must investigate immediately. Interesting.
Okay, sure.
Nice work, Nick. I was sure the inspector hadn't seen, but I needed to be quick. It was a pretty... It was a... The CCTV system was ancient. It took individual shots and it looked like I needed to enter a... I tried the door code. No. I needed to... It was a hookah pipe. I didn't want to carry the tape around. It was a real... It was the paper Nico lived for the... Carrying an ink pipe, the ink would have stained... I didn't feel that... The pen could have been useful. The lighter was corroded. I decided to leave it. I didn't need it. I didn't like the idea. There was nothing else in the drawer. The folder looked interesting. This was very definitely tampering with evidence. It was a completion of work notice from a company called... They weren't the guys we'd recommend. Henri had gone behind our backs. I'd never heard of Vera Security. Henri's notice... The statue up close and... The street was... A naked lady. Henri... It looked like Henri had... This stuff was... A pair of... I didn't imagine... Henri sure... The frame contained... The trinkets... The completion... There was an... The telephone was an antique. The calendar looked like a child's... Henri had ringed 27th May and scrawled birthday. Poor guy hadn't quite made it to his big day. Bingo. I rewound the tape to before the robbery. This was the first interesting frame. It was Henri studying La Malédiction. He couldn't have had any idea what was about to happen. It was a small... Nico and I were taking a look at La Malédiction just before the robbery. Funny, the painting didn't strike me as remarkable at the time, just odd. A good view of La Malédiction. There was a certain... The killer caught in the act. There was nothing really distinctive about him. That shot must have been before anyone else arrived at the gallery. This frame caught the moment the killer... The moment it all went horribly wrong. The image was a little fuzzy, but I thought about what the priest... There was definitely something... There was some writing on the front of his helmet, but I... Why hadn't Henri... If that was me... But it had been... I wondered who could have done it. Or perhaps... The most... He knew it... The most... It seemed that whenever Nico stepped... There I was... was on. There was definitely more to this. The poor Henri. The killer making his getaway. A logo on the... That could be used. The painting was gone. The alarm... There I was, taking a look at the alarm box. That was me. The alarm... I hadn't thought about that when I was... Not my best... That was the last shot. I'd probably learn... In the trash can, I found a crumpled letter from Henri's credit card company, demanding... It listed extravagant... The address indicated that Henri lived in... I decided to put the letter back. Henri's financial problem.
Monsieur, sir, you have snuck in here, and now you are tampering with my evidence.
I'm just...
I put it to you, monsieur. Monsieur
Stobart.
I put it to you that you came here in such a...
Well, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Time will tell, monsieur.
Truth will out, Inspector.
Who dares wins, Monsieur Stobart.
He who laughs last laughs loudest, Inspector Nave. The guy was seriously nuts.
May I remind you, monsieur, that a serious crime has been committed. I am going to have to ask you to return to the gallery.
Of course, but...
D'accord. But remember, anything you...
Okay, I'll... Do you know anything?
No, I have never...
It's very likely that...
Monsieur, I am a... Monsieur...
Yeah,
Of course. Rolling around on...
interesting idea.
Indeed. You may go now.
I had some value, but before following up on them, I had important... Hey, Nico, you want to grab a quick cup of coffee?
Sure.
I am pleased to announce this is now an official crime scene, and you must all go. I shall be questioning. Nobody is to leave the country. Monsieur Lane will stay behind. Mo?
Yes, Inspector.
Let them out.
Right away, sir.
Two coffees, please.
Nice work in there, Nico.
I just made a tiny distraction.
I think Nave would buy anything. You know, this whole setup, the theft, the murder, it just doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
Like I said, I think it...
Go on.
Someone disabled the alarm.
Let me...
Exactly. The CCTV picked up an image of the thief.
Interesting. I think...
Great. Let me know what you... Well, the priest thinks La Maledictio is evil.
Charles, she's just crazy.
Yeah, you're probably right. But I found the address of the security company Henri employed. It was not the one that I recommended.
Good luck with your... Well,
Yeah?
it's good to...
Great to see you. I watched her walk away. The sound of traffic, the sun shining. As I approached Henri's apartment, I started to doubt whether coming here so soon after his death was such a great idea. The address led me to a dead-end alley at the end of... No wonder I'd never heard of it. The place looked like it... The place...
Help!
What's wrong?
There's a monster
What? Where?
on the floor. Get rid of it. Oh, yeah.
Come here, little fella. There were crumbs on the floor. I was never... That would be point... That would have violated... I needed a better... There were crumbs on the floor. There were crumbs... I refused to... There was a huge... Romanov's, a Russian brand cigarette. The pack was empty. Romanov. As a child, I'd always... The ashtray was full... The filters were gold-colored. I tipped out... I set down my matchbox. Cockroaches like hiding in dark. The box alone was... The Vera phone. Hello.
Cockroach. Leave that radio.
The stall was in... Bottle stoppers. Hello.
Call me Bassam. I have a...
Could you help me?
Please, Mr. Stobart.
Do you know any...
Not really.
Why do you say...
Rush setup. New...
Bad migraine.
The worst. The buzzing and... I thought the neon sign had...
Is it your son?
No, the
this is horrible.
You want me to try?
Do you know what you're...
I'm very good.
Then please... Marketing analysis and...
I didn't think. I've got some.
Always good.
Do you have
No.
smell?
Ooh.
I took a good look at the sign. The wiring was exposed and the cover broken. No wonder it was flashing. I pulled the wire. Well, that was one way to stop the letters flashing. Now only half the sign was illuminated. A small The sign looked Vera seemed the letters could be moved around. Shame it didn't have the right letters to spell Bassam. I'd have to think of something else. The stall was a myriad of bottle stopper. The buzzing.
And I am very grateful. When you're building a brand from the ground up, I need a name that makes my customers long for adventure and treasures from faraway places.
I could take a look at your site.
You're like...
I decided to keep the... If Bassam knew how flimsy the sign... That was That was... I needed a bet.